Hey, I hope you're doing well today. My name is Justin Tudor and I'm a guitar player near Tupelo, Mississippi. In my YouTube video today, I'd like to talk about DIY guitar kits, customizing guitars, high-end guitars, just like this whole idea of whenever you're buying a high-end guitar, a lot of what you're paying for is more time and effort put into that guitar, more so than parts and stuff. I want to take a look at that in regard to DIY guitar kits and stuff. Before we get started with the video, please do go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Let's go and get started with the video. Okay, so to put today's video into context, my wife just recently bought me a Jazzmaster guitar kit off TheFretWire.com. I finally got that put together and it's kind of really just like scratched this itch I've always had of like redoing and building guitars. Something about DIY stuff. It's the idea of like putting something together and it turning out really, really well and being worth the money, and you've done it yourself. That's something that's always just really intrigued me, so giving it a go on this guitar was a ton of fun and it was actually pretty rewarding. However, just to touch on what I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of times with higher-end guitars and stuff, even like some of the higher-end Fender stuff, Gibson, Sir, anything like that, a lot of people say that really what you're paying for is the time and attention put into the guitars. I'm not trying to say that these guitars are exclusively expensive because of the time and effort. They obviously also have really nice parts. But I mean, on YouTube, there's pretty much like this whole like community of people on YouTube who are putting together DIY guitar kits and kind of just trying to customize them and trick them out, make them a lot better. And that's something I've just recently tried to do. I've put together this Jazzmaster guitar and I just want to take some time to talk about that and my experience with trying to put in a little time and effort into this guitar and how the not so expensive parts are kind of holding it back a little bit. And then also how just my experience is holding me back, and really, should you even try to do this? Like, is there any point in putting together a DIY guitar kit if you're wanting a good guitar? So as much as I would have liked just putting this whole guitar kit together to be a really smooth experience, putting it together and just putting a little time and effort into it, and it obviously being a really good guitar, that just was not the case at all. Some of the parts, like I said earlier, were just really cheap guitar parts. Obviously the pickups were pretty cheap, the bridge is cheap, I'm pretty sure it's a plastic nut on the guitar and the nut's cut too high. The fretboard needs a lot of work. I think the guitar looks awesome. I did a gray like sparkle finish on it, and then it came with the red tortoise pickguard. I think it looks awesome. However, it is not the best player yet, and there's some parts that I'll probably just change, but there's some stuff that I could remedy. I like the guitar and the neck. I can do some fret work on it. I can sand the back of the neck, maybe put some tung oil on the back of the neck or something to kind of seal it a little better, because right now it is just super raw wood and not in a pleasant way. But also another difficulty that arose when doing this is that my luthier skills just really aren't quite there yet. I'm not really knowledgeable enough to just dive right in to fixing all the things I just talked about. Like the idea of like, I don't know, sanding the guitar neck and rounding the edges of the guitar neck and polishing the frets and stuff, it makes me a little nervous because I really just don't know how to do it that well yet. So for someone who was just wanting to put together a guitar and hopefully get a better playing guitar for a better price, maybe you're kind of hoping that you can just buy the parts and skip the assembly and maybe get a really good guitar for the money. That's not really quite the case. It's going to be a lot of time and effort. A lot of that time is going to be research. A lot of that time is going to be assembly. Finishing a guitar, the whole painting process itself takes a really long time. The wet sanding and the polishing and stuff, that takes a long time as well. So it really is a really labor heavy project. And also another thing with like these kit guitars and stuff, there's really just no guarantee that what you get is going to be easy to work with. I found myself having to salvage a couple of parts Some of the holes that were already pre-drilled on the guitar body didn't line up with my other stuff. So if you're not comfortable drilling holes into a guitar body, then I definitely do not recommend using a guitar kit. So if you're not really looking to do all this kind of stuff, then I can't necessarily recommend buying a guitar kit. I think you'd be better off possibly just buying one of the Squier Classic Vibes or something like that, and maybe just later on down the road paying a guitar tech or someone to upgrade the pickups. I think that would be a much better bang for your buck, and I think you'd overall be much more satisfied with the guitar. However, as someone who really just kind of is intrigued by building guitars and stuff, I've found the whole process to be really rewarding, and just kind of knowing what goes into putting a guitar together, and what kind of stuff you can kind of fudge on and what kind of stuff you can't fudge on. I don't know that I will be putting together another guitar for a while, because it's just, if you have a busy schedule, it's kind of really hard to fit the whole process into your schedule. But I do recommend doing it if you have the expectations and you're realistic about it and know that your $200 guitar kit is not going to play like a $1,200 Fender unless you throw some more parts and stuff on there. However, this thing looks awesome. I'm really excited to have it. I'm really excited to upgrade some more as time goes on. And if you guys are into that kind of thing, I can definitely recommend building one yourself. If you guys enjoyed the video today, like I said earlier, please do smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Peace, guys.